Boundaries for me, it's not what you think it is. It is not me recognizing that someone might be talking shit about me to their friends. It's not acknowledging when someone rolls their eyes. It's not a person in higher power trying to jeopardize my job that I work really hard to do. Although these may be boundaries that I should recognize personally for me, I just don't have the time or the bandwidth to put in that energy, because energy to me, it has so much more worth and validity. So, no, I'm not going to stop and ask you what it is that you were saying about me while I walked by. I will continue in my mind to see that small minds talk about people. And yeah, maybe that's me. Unless you're talking about the good things that you have seen, which to me would require someone coming up and praising. But no, I will not waste my time on the minuscule, because I have only so much time and energy to give out to other human beings. No tit for tat. It just happens that I've gone through more scenarios than I could have ever imagined in life. But I will recognize the moments it seems important, while others internally make me realize I have bigger fish to fry. So while you consider a smaller scale of boundaries, I'm the one who knows what I have gone through in my life that lead to the reactions, responses, or the non-responses that you might get from me. To the point where I know that not many in life would continue to walk around every day smiling, or still wanting to see the best in people like me. But believe me, I am a seasoned being, and this is not my first rodeo in life. I have made it through and out from some of the most tumultuous times, where I now ensure that I won't simply relate to that next person who shows interest in me, simply because we have both been through the hard times and can relate to experiences with people. At the end of the day, who hasn't personally been hurt, let down, attacked, whether mentally or in a more sadistic sense, emotionally? But there is more to life than the trauma that we have seen. And I am ready to live a life that complements my youth, put my energy into things that I find crucial. Have people truly get to know me. That's if I have the time and can cater to your energy. And if I want to and have the ability to carry a conversation which would include hopes and dreams, even if they are the most far-fetched ideas within reality or controversial. Boundaries is not simply the feeling like some high school party. I can easily put on blinders and walk past and through people and to the side, while knowing what is truly right beside me, even if it gives me a sense of anxiety. Interestingly enough, these boundaries, they may also represent the imaginary line that we put in our own way, like a doggy wearing an electric collar. But for human beings, it's approaching the hard and what we avoid in life. You know, the dog hears that sound of the zap before it gets too close to the electric fence line. For the person, it's running through that fence, even if it zaps your emotions and hurts you physically, like a ring of fire. Having to go through the hard times, no way to walk around it or just get over it, you'll find yourself under it in due time. Not understanding, and I don't mean understanding, because this is an understanding this time. I imagine us walking around with a wooden cage over our body, around our torso, with only our arms, head, legs, and feet free, while this imaginary cage keeps you in like a parakeet. Too afraid because you got a splinter once or twice when you reached outside your cage for your hopes and your dreams in life. And now you are too afraid to try again, it seems, as you see something that reminds you of the situation in your face regularly. So unless you have healed a reality, your body will respond inside physically. So release that cage that has kept you inside. for who and what you want, it's important to stand up for yourself and set that personal boundary of what to accept in life. But it defeats the purpose if you only do so in your own yard, your inner circle, your cage, your personal space. You're basically on the front line, setting the tone of a boundary within a prison wall, too afraid to escape. No Shawshank of a redemption building of a tunnel of a light on the other side for you to see. Boundaries is getting past what you have avoided, like ignoring is a compromise to not face what you have been through or seen. Throwing up that red flag of surrender when that's not an option to live freely. There's no feeling free inside. You'll feel closed off with the sense of anxiety that you may confront using the vices that we are aware of instead of mindfully. Feeling and healing like an addict, trying not to continue the pattern that drowns out the sorrows, trying not to pick up the bad habits they have used to avoid their own reality. I won't simply explain this to just everybody and anybody in life. Like I'm trying to cover up the very truth of the word boundaries, and I won't assume, and you shouldn't either. Thankfully, I have people and I know people who have turned introductions into conversations where they tell me that they would vouch for me and my integrity, for my energy is very real and it's authentic, and I carry a lot of it inside. Oddly enough, things often seem to turn around even in the moments I possibly should have asked more questions as a boundary. But don't cage in your own life. Do what you want because you're in the because I said so phase. Because personally, who am I to be a grown-ass woman who feels a sense of jealousy towards others in life because I want what they have, so I will be the one who is responsible to make it there despite their thoughts or others' perceptions. Know that life is ever changing and you have to cross through the discomfort sometimes in order to reach. You have to drop the chains of the cage that are around you. Even though they're imaginary, sometimes appears so defined as people stay doing the same old for too long, too afraid to make adjustments in their lives, and that won't be me. Whether it brings discomfort to others, that's not my healing journey. I've been on my own for years within my life. One that doesn't ever truly feel like it ends, but tweaks with age and as I grow to learn and accept myself over time. So no matter those character traits that are in me, whether I'm goofy or smart or sexual, it is owning that. Whatever I am, and know that that is within me, as they are mine. And they aren't wrong. They're just different from what other people have and carry inside. Which is exactly why we are all unique. So accept your own quirks, your past, your present, your future, while you are living. I'm not living to die. That's all I know. I am living to live, which gives me greater strength and courage to recognize, to honor for who I am with understanding and not deny because I'm afraid of what others in society think. We all have thoughts, so what? You think of me. Are these thoughts based on words you have heard, thoughts from others, or actual conversations that you've had with me? Because we should all make sure the judgments that we seek are true and truly our own, and not coerced from any other perspective, but yours truly. Or else I assume you lead your life believing everything you hear, especially what the news spews, like that has 100% accuracy. Don't ask around, ask you. And ask the right people if you need guidance, or Ask the source you're talking to. For clarity, use those questions as a boundary to fact check before you go around like a gossip police or some chatty Cathy. Boundaries for me has many meanings, but today it's honoring and owning the person I am and not anyone else's thoughts or feelings of me. I love you.